Hey, hey, hey. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Hey, hey, hey. As you come in, let me know where you're coming in from. Hey, Nat. Hey, Victoria. How are you guys doing? I was trying to go live on my computer, but it said can't find camera. Make sure it's connected and try again. Chat. I don't know. I don't know what these people want me to do. So I'm going live on my phone. So are you guys seeing me normal on my phone? Hey, Dia from Texas. Am I right on y'all phone? Well, I'm going live on my phone. So I look fine. Does it look weird? Y'all see me? Okay. And I'm not like on y'all phone or anything. I never know when I go live if I need to be on here, like if it has to be, if my phone need to be horizontal or vertical. I don't never be knowing. All good? All right. Okay. Hi, you guys. As you come in, let me know where you're coming from, or where are you? Where are you in this? Where are you? Are you in the States? Are you in another country? Oh, Tennessee. Okay. Tennessee in the house. Is Nat, or is it Natoya? No, Natoya is in Alabama. It's probably someone different. I don't understand this stuff. I'm gonna have to have my husband take a look at this because I can't go live on my computer. Like, what? This thing messing up my whole mojo. Okay, how are you guys doing? Okay, Colorado, 6 weeks into lock journey. Okay, if you go, okay, Victorious 11 West Collection, Spring, Texas. Okay, Michaela, Chicago. Do I have any locticians in here? If you're loose natural, let me know if you're loose natural. If you are locked, let me know you're locked. If you are a loctician, let me know. I want to know who I'm talking to. Birmingham, Alabama. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Cassandra. Okay, Michaela says she's locked. Loretta, South Carolina. Hey. How you guys doing? It's Friday. 7 months locked. Okay. Ooh, we got some babies up in here. 2 weeks locked. Oh gosh, you guys are babies. Okay, let me know where y'all coming from so I can know how I'm gonna dive in and what information I'm gonna give you guys. I didn't have my normal 3 o'clock video posted because y'all, it's been busy up in here. When I tell y'all busy, it's just, I don't know what it is. Time for me, it's like, why you rushing? What you rushing for? Like, I be telling Tom, what are you rushing for? Where are you going? Because I just be like, wasn't it just 4 o'clock? Like, what do you mean to tell me the day is already over and I didn't even knock all my stuff out the window? 4 months locked. Okay. And no longer have to braid and band. 4 months locked and you no longer have to braid and band. How so? How so, Sway? Not. How is that? How you not braiding and banding? I want to know. That sounds. How you not braiding and banding? Interested in becoming a loctician, I'd love for you to mentor. Hey, loose natural. Oh, Cassandra's a loose natural. Hey, hey, hey. So, Cassandra, when you gonna get on this lock wagon? Hey, hey, hey. Okay, Canada, a month and 3 weeks. Blessed Queen in Canada. Okay, let me see if I miss anybody. Don't want to miss my peoples. Let's see. Colorado. Ooh, Stockbridge, Georgia. Ooh, Deborah, you down the street. As folks from Miami would say, you down the street, girl. Uh-huh. Okay. Omaha, Nebraska. Okay. Balnavia. Balnavia. That's a pretty name. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Let me know if I'm saying it right. Omaha, Nebraska. Okay. I see you guys. Love it, love it, love it. Got a lot of newbies here, and I got a lot of people who aren't. Well, not a lot. I'm so far. I'm only seeing one person who's not locked yet. So, Cassandra, what you waiting on? What you waiting on, baby girl? 1 year and 2 weeks. Okay, we got someone locked for a year. I've had no slippage when I did it last week and last night. Okay. Oh, but see, here's the key. You said so you when you say you had no slippage, was it when you did it last night and last week? You mean when you washed it? When you shampooed your hair, you had no slippage? She has 4K. Nat, you funny. 4C. Okay. When you have an opening, willing to wait on only you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Nat says she's 4 months in and she doesn't have to braid and band anymore. And I think she's saying that, yes, so when she washed it last week, she didn't have to braid and band. When she washed it this week, well, last night she didn't have to braid and band. And from her answer, it tells me that Nat washes her hair. Nat shampoos her hair. So I be telling y'all, when y'all shampoo, too much of my gray showing. Let me move some of this blonde to the front. Ooh, child, y'all can see too much of this gray. I gotta color it. Okay, okay. Ooh, child, these grays disrespectful. So I don't know if y'all didn't catch what Nat was saying. I keep wanting to say Natalie. What Nat was saying. Because she shampoos, it sounds like she shampoos her hair weekly. The more you shampoo your hair, the more it mats and the quicker it locks. So some of y'all don't be wanting to shampoo y'all hair. Y'all want to wait till, every 2 months to shampoo. Y'all doing y'all locks a disservice. But then y'all want to be hurry up to stop braiding and banding. If you want to stop braiding and banding, wash your hair more often and you'll be locked quicker. Can you refer a good loctician in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area? Do you guys follow Lock by Denise? Well, I don't know if it's Lock by Denise. Beauty by Denise? She she's an amazing loctician. Her work is amazing. So and she trains too. So I'm sure she has. I don't know if she's okay. Well, Dia, if you shampoo every week and you still having a braid and band, it's probably your texture. Now, shampooing does help your hair to lock quicker, but um if you have a looser texture, it's not going to happen in 4 months like it did for Nat. That tight hair, when it gets a little bit of water, it's like, so if you follow Beauty by Denise, she might have trainees and people she work with. Because right now, I don't have anyone in Texas that has taken my program that I know for sure that can help. Okay. Ooh, we got a veteran up in here, 10 years locked. I have psoriasis in my scalp, so I have to wash it. Absolutely. Come on, Nat, girl. Whoever talk to you, you listening and you doing your thing. Cause who child, folks with psoriasis, it's like they don't like water. I'm like, baby, you need the water. You need to shampoo your hair. Oh, okay. So Dia says she has fine hair. Fine hair does. Who child? My last client today, her hair was fine, and I'm just like, these babies taking forever to lock. I want to cry with her. I'm like, your hair getting on my nerves. I had a retwist at 4 weeks, and my locks. Loctician said I'm not ready for a wash. Girl, 4 weeks ago, I said, wash that hair, child. Wash that hair. Braid and band and wash. Okay, Christina. Hi, glad to catch you live. I'm 2.5 years micro live. Hey, welcome, Christine. Okay, so Christine. Oh, Christine, your middle name is my daughter's middle name, Rose. Okay, so Christine said I retie every 5 to 6 weeks, but I'm having issues with my loctician, and I think I may need to switch. Not sure if I should or if my concerns are valid. What are your concerns? What are your concerns, love? And have you communicated your concerns to your to the loctician? Have you communicated your concerns? All right, so let's see what I shampooed my hair a few days ago for the first time, but after I noticed some loose hair, I did braid and band. Okay, so if you are newly locked or you have a looser texture, sometimes even when you braid and band, if you notice loose hairs around the perimeter, that is normal. That is completely normal. So don't freak out. You you know what? And my daughter, I don't know if I because my daughter middle name is Rose. And you said, yeah, love the flower. Okay. So my daughter's middle name is Rose, and she's obsessed over flowers and leaves and everything. Like she will go outside, pick all the leaves, and make a leaf bouquet. And she's like, "Here, mommy," and I'm like, "I don't want to touch the dirty leaf today. You got to stay from the floor." Like, but she's obsessed with flowers. So yeah, Rosie, folks. Okay, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Where are you from? All right, she says, I'll have my microlocks for a year tomorrow. I also have had traditional locks for 8 years. Okay, so you're not a newbie. You just switched to smaller locks. Okay. You have pregnant locks. Christine, what do you mean by pregnant locks? She is leaving locks, not retying every appointment. Oh, so she's probably retying every other lock. Some people do that to minimize it to, get done quicker. So I would, girl, if you feel like your loctician is a petty person or don't really care about what her clients share, then I would just find somebody else. But if you feel like you can talk to your loctician and she would care and honestly consider what you have to say, then talk to her because she might think she's helping you out. I don't know. I don't know why people do every other lock. Or maybe she is retightening it and she's not doing it all the way to the scalp. So to you, it might seem like a lock was left out, but it was just not retying to the scalp. Yeah, I be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt because I don't know what be going on in people's head. But what do you mean by pregnant locks? Oh, you said you told her several times. Well, baby, here's the thing, y'all. Y'all, locks are not cheap. They're not cheap. It's an investment. So if you can't find somebody to protect your investment, I would definitely find someone that will really protect my investment. Because it's a journey. When like you want to make sure that along the journey you're having a great experience. You might not like what's happening to your locks every step of the way, but it's still a journey, and you want to make sure that you're protecting your locks at all costs. Okay, what is the reason some locticians leave out loose ends when locking and some don't? Okay, so if they're starting with the interlocking method, you back home a little bit to start the interlocking method, you will have a little bit of hair out. So about half an inch to an inch. Anything more than that is too much. Now, um, if you have heat damaged hair or relaxed hair that is straight, that part, even if you lock it, is not going to swell, it's not going to lock. So if they're starting where they actually have some texture, that might be the case. So I tell people, when people come to me and they have heat damaged hair, and they want, I always ask, are you planning on cutting this heat damaged hair, or are you trying to keep it? And if you keeping it, do you want me to still start the locking at the tip, or do you want me to start with a kinkier part is, or your natural hair is? And depending on the answer will determine the cost of the install. So if you're leaving hair out, and I know some people will come and say, because I've had people come to me and say, I want some hair out. And I'm like, listen, your hair gonna slip anyway, so don't be trying to leave hair out. So if y'all see y'all like people with the looser hair or with hair that's out and you like that, don't tell your loctician to leave hair out, because they're gonna leave way too much out and then it's going to slip anyways. So why leave hair out? But just make sure if they leave hair out that you're not paying for that link. Okay. All right. Okay, Pittsburgh. Okay, Kelly. Pennsylvania. Okay, Shayla. Hey, Shayla. Is the number of locks considered micro locks, or is it about the size? I have 175 locks, and some say that it's micro, and some say that it's traditional. Okay, so for the average eye, meaning, anybody in the street, if they see really small locks that's a size of a pen or smaller, or a pencil, the width of a pen, a pencil, or smaller, people typically consider it micro locks, because you don't know you don't know all the details and stuff like that. But if you're talking to a loctician and you say, I have 175 locks, even if the size of the strand of your lock is this size, they're still going to consider you traditional locks, because of the amount of locks you have. Like, and the side, and that's why I tell people, don't too much focus on the width of the hair, the diameter of the lock, right? Don't focus too much on that, because I get people that tell me, oh, I want your size locks. And they thinking like, I got a gazillion locks. I only got like 400 and maybe like 400 locks. But I have fine low density hair, not fine low density. I have fine medium density hair. So my strands, even if I were to go a little bit bigger, even at 300, maybe 350, my locks would still be about maybe a little bit bigger, but not much, because of the texture and the density of my hair. Now, somebody can have high density um, thick hair. And if they have high density thick hair and get 400 locks, their locks is going to come out thicker than mine, because their hair strand is thicker than mine. And their density is higher than mine. And if they get 600 locks, their strand might still be thicker than mine, because they have high density thick hair. So it's all about the density and the thickness of your hair that's going to determine how small your strands are. Because some people will look at somebody else's strand and say, I want mine just like that. But it's not going to turn out that way, depending on how your hair is. And somebody who got fine, low density hair, even lower density than I do, if they go and get 400 locks, their locks gonna be even skinnier than this, and they're gonna be like, but that's not what I asked for. So hope that answers the question. So for locticians, we go by numbers, but for regular people, they go by the strand of your lock. Like my older sister, you guys haven't seen her, but my older sister, she has traditional locks. She started with coils. She has fine low density hair. She started with coils, um, and she has less than 200 locks. But everybody, and she now interlocks for maintenance. But everybody thinks she has sister locks. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, I love your sister locks." She ain't got the grid. She ain't got nothing because you coil just part coil, part coil. Everybody thinks she has sister locks because of the size of the strand. But if you were to count her locks, she does not have sister locks. She does not have the count nor the grid. I hope that answers your question, Shayla. Let me know. All right, Ashley. Hey, Ashley. You're from Maryland. Okay, you are a year locked as of last week. Ooh, happy lock anniversary. Is there a reason why micro locks are curly, wavy, and not straight? Is it my hair texture or the way my locks were started? Interlocking method. So if your lock strand has like a curly or wave to it, it's the pattern that is being used. So you're probably they're probably using the 2 to 3 pattern on your hair. The 4 pattern is going to look more like a braid, but it's going to be a little bit not flat, but more on the flat side than a 2 and a 3. A 2 and a 3 will give you a more of a rounded look on the lock. So it's going to look like if it's a 2, you're going to see like a bend where it looks curly, or wavy, like some people say. So when you go with a 2 or a 3, it sometimes give your lock strand a crinkly look. And that's why when people want volume, they do a 2 or 3 to get a little bit of crinkle to give you the illusion of volume. I hope that answered your question, Ashley. All right. I love my locks, but they aren't laying the way I expected. Kind of doing its own thing. Okay, so and you said you've been locked a year. Okay, so your locks probably haven't dropped yet. So when you're less than 3 years locked, your locks grow out and then it drops. So your locks haven't dropped yet. So that's why your lock is not laying down. It has to drop, and you have not gone through that drop phase yet. Let me know if that answered if that helped, if that response helped. Okay, but it was in the back, in the middle area where the loose hair, the back in the middle. Okay, so what is your texture back there? Because some people, yeah, be having that straight hair back there. Because I have a client, she already has a loose curl pattern, but in the back, it's pretty much straight. I'm like, girl, usually it's the kitchen in the back. Why is straight in the back? So when I tell you she's locked now 2 years and I still got to put new locks in the back, I'm like, babe, girl, like her hair is straight, with like maybe one curl at the end, straight, then whoop, and it's like, and it still unravels. So it's gonna take time. Okay. All right, Ashley, any advice on stretching locks? The shrinkage is real. Yes, baby girl. Um, to after you shampoo your hair. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. When you shampoo your hair, when it's wet, it drops. So think about your loose natural hair, right? When it's wet, it's nice and elongated. And then as soon as it dries, it shrivels up. So the same thing with locks. So after you wash your hair while it's still wet, braid it or 2-strand twist it to stretch it. And then once it dries, then you can take it out so it won't shrink up as much. So definitely braiding or doing 2-strand twists is going to help with the stretch. I have a video that talks about shrinkage, and that goes over all of it. Okay. Okay, Dana. Oh, Dana. Yeah, okay. Is there a benefit of leaving hair out or not if and it have 4B texture and no damage chemically or treated? No, there's no benefit. I mean, some people leave hair out because they want the curls at the end, but that stuff is going to eventually mat up and lock. So there's really no benefit to leaving the hair out, especially if you have a 4B texture. I don't recommend leaving leaving any your ends out because it's just going to it bunches up and mats. You're not gonna like the end result. So no benefit to it whatsoever. Okay, Shayla, you said I answered that perfectly. Awesome. Ashley, is it possible to start with interlocking, then switch to palm roll because of frizz? So yes, depending on the size of your locks. So if your locks are really skinny, palm rolling will not be the best, meaning the part size. If your part size are really, if you have less than 3/8 of an inch part size, I would not recommend palm rolling. But if it's bigger than 3/8, or if it's a little bit bigger than 3/8, yes, you can palm roll and be just fine. And yes, and you can switch back and forth. My sister, who I told you guys started with the coils, she started with the coil and was palm rolling for a minute. And then she decided to interlock. So now she interlocks for maintenance, but she retightens her own hair. So when she does not have time to interlock it and she wants it to look nice, she palm rolls to get the neatness and the nice look, and then when she does have time, she interlocks. Hope that answers your question. Is there a specific minimum count for sister locks? So there's not like this is the minimum and that's it. Typically, you hear you want about 400 and up. You can even have 375 and up, but usually I tell people anything less than 375 is not going to be considered sister locks. But here's the button. If you have shaved sides, shaved backs, or no edges or anything like that, then your lock count is going to be lower because you're working with less hair. So if I have somebody who have hair just on top and they got the rest shaved and they want sister locks, I'm going to give them sister locks. Now they're not going to have 400 locks up here. They might have 200 or one something. But as long the part size and the grid is it, then you're good. However, some folks in the sister lock community, some people are like gung ho, like little sister lock minions. Like they'll tell you if your sides are shaved or you have the back shaved, you're not a candidate for sister locks. Or if you don't have a hairline, you're not a candidate for sister locks. And my thing is, they can get sister locks, just don't put the locks where there's no hair. Like, what's the big deal? But some people are just very like, this is the book and this is what it is. Like, I have a client, she started her locks off with sister locks and she was going to a sister lock consultant. And she wanted a little bit of extra length. So she went to another person and had extensions, only about 3 inches of extensions added to the ends of her locks. When she went back to her loctician to get her hair retightened, she told her, because you have extensions, you no longer have sister locks, and therefore I could no longer serve you because I only serve sister lock clients. So some people are very, stickler about the book, whereas for me, I'm going to retighten that hair. I don't care if you went and got extensions added on the ends. I'm going to retighten your hair. Because at the end of the day, I'm not married to a brand. I'm married to the journey. Whatever my clients want. And if it's possible, that's what we're going to do. So I'm not like, that's not me. But you might have some people who tell you, oh, because you shave your side, you're no longer considered a sister lock client. But if you're going to get them and you have a full head of locks, you should be able to get 400 and up with no issues if they're following the proper grid. Okay. Hello from Georgia. Okay. Hey, Miss K. Okay. I want to get in to see you. I don't know how. I barely got room for my current clients now. I found my loctician on the website. She said that she has been doing them since 89 or 98. Oh, you got an OG. Ha! You got an OG girl. I feel like she does sloppy work. Okay. So y'all do know the amount of time somebody's been doing something does not determine how qualified they are, right? Or how great their work is, right? So That's just like anybody at any job. If they've been there 10, 20 years, 30 years, after a while they get tired. They're working. Child, that's everybody in every industry. So, but she sounds like she an OG. 89. Okay, Ashley said, yes, her response was helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. Hey, Sarah, 6 months lock. Okay, my baby's up in here. All right, Val here. Ooh, we got the same last name, Val. Hey, Walker. Hey, Miss Walker. Okay. What does it mean? Oops, what did I do? Okay, hold on. I pressed something and a screen popped up. Okay. What does it mean when you have the little hair balls that dangles from the end of your hair? I just cut them off because they're literally hanging on loose strands of hair. So those are called buds. Your locks are budding. Let me see if I find any in my hair. Because y'all know I stay cut my hair and coloring. I got another cut and color coming up. Hey. Okay. I can't find any right now. But they're the buds. So when your hair is, there we go. When your hair, I'm trying to find that. Put it against the black. When your hair is starting to lock right, it starts to lock. So when your hair starts to lock, it starts to lock on the ends and it works its way down, right? So the first place you're going to start noticing the budding is on the ends, and it's going to create a little ball. And the ball is basically the hair bunching up and trying to start the locking process. And once that little ball starts, so every time you cut that little ball, it's going to try to start again so it can start locking. So cutting it is not, I ain't going to get on you for cutting it because, baby, when I have my little balls, if it's hanging on by a string, I'm getting rid of it too. Because it's annoying. I get it. But just make sure you cut and not pull, because you don't want any strands to pull out of the rest to disturb the rest of the lock. Okay. So just clip it and then they'll just start over again. That's only if it's hanging on by like one strand. But if it's a ball and it's not hanging on by no strand, leave it alone. Okay. All right, Ashley, thank you. You're the best. Wish you were my. Thank you, Ashley. Okay. All right, Miss K. What about knots at the roots? Okay, my loctician said that it comes from the way I braid and band, which didn't make sense to me. It does not. She didn't offer any explanation. Child. Yeah, that's not a good explanation. And what does braiding and bending got to do with knots at the root? Okay, so if you have knots at the base or the root of your locks, okay, here are a couple of things that could cause it. When we're retightening the last loop, if you don't pull that hair all the way through, when you pull that last loop through the base of the lock, if it's not pulled all the way through, the little, the other piece is sticking on the other side. So let's say it stays like that and you go, or even if you pulled it all the way through, but sometimes when you're doing a 4 pattern, you're going through the clock, right? You're going, okay, you're doing your little dance, and then you get almost to the end, you almost get into the scalp, but you don't have room for a full rotation. So she might do a 9 and a 12 to end it. But when you go 9, your hair is used to going 6. Now you go 9, you just kind of interrupted the pattern. So sometimes, depending on the hair, this does not happen for everybody. Depending on the hair, when you go down, it kind of push back up and poof. So now you let it be, right? And you wear your hair 2 weeks and then you go to wash. You wash it. Now you have new growth. But that little piece that's sticking out is still there. So, and then you continue with your routine. Now, when you go back for a retie, if she notices it and she goes and lock your hair and does not pull it through, that knot is going to remain. So what I tell people is, if you have the knot after a retie, when you shampoo your hair, it's best to do it when it's wet because it's more pliable. When you shampoo your hair, just smooth it back to help with the with loosening it up into straightening and removing that knot. So that's one way knot can happen. Also, knots can happen. I see this a lot with people with long hair. When you got long hair, all this movement around and moving it and finger combing it, all that stuff, it eventually wraps around itself and create a knot. But that's usually at the middle of the lock strand, not at the root. So not pulling it through. I think that's the only reason why you might have a knot in there. But that's one of the main reasons. Okay. I gotta think. I'm trying to think because I have a self retie class for people who want to learn how to do their locks and want to learn issues, and that those are some of the things I talk about as well. I talk about the common issues that you may experience in locks, how to repair them, and different things like that. And I believe that was one of the well, I know that was one of the things that I discussed. Um, so all right, Wanda. Before I move on, Miss K, let me know if I answered your question. But it's usually not pulling all the way through. So when you wash your hair, just take the lock and kind of like at the base. So I'm gonna show you up here, but that's what you're doing at the base. You're just gonna when it's wet, you're gonna push down. Okay, just push down to smooth it out to get the knot um, to get the knot to release the knot so it can smooth out. Now, the other knot you can have is an actual knot. Like, let's say the person is retightening your hair and the end, the loop somehow get caught and it gets retightened, but it also create a knot at the same time. If you get something like that, you'll just have to go through while it's wet. It's easier when it's wet because it's pliable, okay? While it's wet, you're gonna just try to go through and remove that knot. So those are the two reasons why you will have knots, okay? Okay, hey Wanda, let's see. How long do you have to wait to use natural shampoo? Sorry, good evening, everyone. Good evening, my darling. Okay, natural shampoo, like a natural hair shampoo, because once you're locked, well, in the beginning phase, you're using a clarifying shampoo to kind of help the locking process, right? And to encourage it to lock and not cause any unraveling. So if you have a moisturizing shampoo or any oily based shampoo, it's going to soften up the locking, cause potentially cause slippage, and you don't want the hair to unravel. So we say use clarifying shampoo because clarifying shampoo is going to make sure remove any oils or anything like that and prevent it from unraveling. So if your natural shampoo is a clarifying shampoo or it's not a moisturizing shampoo, and it doesn't have a bunch of oils in it, you should be fine with using it even when you are newly locked. Hey, Candy Cane. Ooh, okay, I like that name. Hi, 1 month lock with starter micro locks, and my front is still straight, but the whole back of my head is curly. Is there something I can do to help it curl? No, if you lost your curl pattern, you done lost your curl pattern. So why is it straight? Is it from pressing, heat damage, or is it from some people just have naturally straight hair in certain areas? So is it just from just naturally straight? Because if it's naturally straight, there's certainly nothing you can do about to curl it. If it's from heat damage or a relaxer, once the damage is done, is done. So if what I used to do for my hair, because when I started my locks, I had heat damage in the front. I went to a wedding, I was all natural, and she wanted everybody to have you know, European hair. European hair. Yeah, that's what she wanted. So I had to get a sew-in. And baby, I got a sew in, and we had to go to the person that she selected, right? So I got the sew in and had to leave out. Now, mind you, I'm natural. So I had to leave out. So someone was banging, honey. I was feeling myself. I said, okay, European straight, okay. But the leave out, the girl used that Marcel iron, honey. When I smelled it after she done pressed it, I said, yeah, them curls ain't coming back because it just smelled so like Like it smelled like it killed my curls, and it did. So it straightened my hair, and baby, that the curls never came back. I washed my hair several times, and it never curled back. So by the time I locked my hair, I had at least 3, 4 inches of new growth, but the straight part was still there. But the new growth, but we locked the hair all the way from ends to, all the way from the tip down. The straight part stayed straight. The rest of the part locked and moved on, and we were great. But every time I had this straight part just hanging, because straight hair does not poof up, does not swell, does not do anything, right? So what I had to do every time I wore my hair down, I did a lot of braid outs. I did a lot of curls to curl so the straight hair can blend in with the rest of my hair. So that's a solution. Hope that helps, Candy. Any advice will be appreciated. I got you. 3 months in, by the way. Okay, Kay. 3 months. Somebody's message is being held for review. I don't know. It just says, let me see if I can view it. She had sister locks because she had those ugly sister locks. Rhonda. That's why your question was held for review. You said ugly. You being mean. Okay. Clarice. Hi, Clarice. Okay. Hi, Pauline. I am newly sister locks. Can I wear my sister locks in banded look? Banded look? Even not washing? I don't understand the question. My hair is fine. Locks are small. My ends are loose and straight, and not to wear them loose. Ooh, Clarice, you got a lot going on. Fine, straight, loose. Who, child? Buckle patience on, okay? Put the armor of patience on for this journey, okay? And don't be running from the journey when it gets hard. It's a part of the process. But I don't understand your question. I am newly sister locks, and can I wear my sister locks in banded look? What do you mean, Bantu knots? Is that what you mean? Okay, Candy, if your front is heat trained, just throw some curls, do some braid outs, do some twist outs so the front can blend in with the rest, because it ain't gonna, no curls will be coming back. No curls whatsoever will be coming back. Okay. And then as they grow out, you probably said, well, I don't see no heat straight. I've got my hair like all the way down on my back twice. I cut my hair all the time, so you don't see any straight parts anymore. So if you don't like it, just grow it out and then cut, okay? Don't be cutting it right now. I ain't ready. All right. Hey, Val. Okay, right. I got you. Thank you. All right. Danielle Sanders. Okay. 9 months in for micro locks. Congrats and welcome. I only see locking on the last row in the back. The roots are locked. Oh, okay. The last row in the back are locking. Okay. The roots are locked though from the interlocking. Should I see budding at all? So if you're 9 months, okay. So the most of the time, not always, most of the time, people's hair start locking from the back and it works its way up. So the first row in the back, the reason why the back be locking quicker, because it has more friction. It's rubbing on your clothes, it's rubbing on everything. It has more friction, so it's going to lock quicker because that friction is helping it to mat. So it locks quicker. The front, that takes a little bit longer. Now, if you have straight hair, that might take a little bit longer because you need a little bit more friction for that thing to lock, okay? But it's going, for the most part, it locks. So what was the question? The roots are locked though in the mid. Should I see budding at all? And you're 9 months. It depends. If you have a tighter curl pattern, yeah, you should be seeing some budding. But if you don't, it's okay. If you have a looser texture, the button is going to come. It may not, happen right away, but it will. It's going to come. You're still braiding and bending. Good job. Okay. Being, okay. If you self-retie and pull it through the loop by accident, can you get a knot? If you self-retie and pull it through the loop by accident. Oh, okay. Yes, you can get a knot, but you can get it out. If you're having a hard time getting it out during it, just wait when you shampoo your hair. The water, the moisture will help it to loosen up a little bit and it'll be more pliable and you're able to take the knot out. If you can't see what you're doing, ask somebody to do it, to take it out for you, okay? Okay, Lehman. All right. Advice on reattaching locks. I'm getting a hair graft next month, so the surgeon will need to cut a section of locks and shave it. My locks, my loctician says she can reattach them. How does it work? Yes, she can. So, what is going to happen is after your hair graft, once your hair from the scalp starts growing back, once you get about 1 or 2 inches, she will take your old locks and crochet it to attach it to the hair that has grown in. Let me know if that answers your question. Lisa, hi Lisa from Ohio. What type of locks would you recommend for low density hair? All right, so you have low density. What's your curl pattern? So if you have a loose curl pattern, I say interlock it. If you have a tight curl pattern, you have variety. You can, if you want fullness, you can start off with 2-strand twists. Now you just gonna have to find somebody to do 2-strand twists because some locticians don't feel like 2-strand twists is a good way to start locks. Everybody got their own opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But with 2-strand twists, you can start locks with 2-strand twists. That's my opinion. Okay. And I've done them so many times and they lock. Unbothered hair is going to lock, whether you start off with 2-strand twisted braids, coils, or whatever. So if you have a looser curl pattern, I say interlock it so you don't have to deal with, I was going to say deal with slippage, but y'all still be dealing with slippage when you have a looser curl pattern. But if you do 2-strand twists, the only thing with 2-strand twists with a looser curl pattern, the potential for it to mat thick. So if you do 2-strand twists, braid it, 2-strand twist it to train the ends to stay straight. So it's not straight, but to be more pliable. So it's not bunching and creating fat ends, right? But if you interlock it with a loose hair pattern, with a loose curl pattern, you still might experience slippage, and most of y'all do. So you just still gonna have to braid and band, put in protective style to either way you go. If you have a looser curl pattern, it's gonna cause some work. Like, okay. But if you have a tighter curl pattern, you can start off with 2-strand twists. You can interlock it. It don't matter what. The only reason why now if you do interlocking is going to be a tighter pattern, like it's so it's going to be a little bit scalpier, but people who try to have fullness from the jump and don't want it to look too skinny, too like a plucked chicken or whatever, they do 2-strand twists and then interlock as they go. So my clients who come in with fine low density hair, they'll say, well, I want volume. I'm like, okay, well, 2-strand twist it is. Because I know that that's going to give them volume and it's going to help them to be a little bit more, feel a little bit more secure about how they look and not feeling like, oh, it's so scalpy. I don't see nothing but scalp. Okay. Hope that helped and answered your question. Okay, girl, I ain't going to even mess up your name. But X, Mrs. X, your name start with an X. You said, what time is it here? It's like 5 something right now. What is it? It's 5:08. Sarah, hey Sarah, can we steam our locks before it locks? No, no, no. Now, are you gonna braid and band? If you braid and band, you might be able to, and then let it dry before you take it out to braiding and banding. Hi, James Shed. Lord, I don't want to jack up y'all name too much now. Okay, yes, that makes sense. I've asked that question on my Facebook Sister Lock group, And that's what they mentioned about her retightening process. Thanks for answering. I'll take your advice. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. So, Candy Cane, you're welcome. Wanda. Okay, I have Suave sulfate free cleansing shampoo. That works. Yep, you're good. Lehman, advice on reattaching sister lock, please. I'm getting a hair graft. Okay, we talked about that. Okay, so I hope I answered your question. Um, Rhonda, I paid all that money to become a sister lock consultant. Girl, they are they are a cult like. It's simply small, medium, large grid. I be trying to tell folks. I can actually do every type of locks out there. I actually love locks. Yeah, but people be married to the brand. So, Clarice, hi Pauline. When you wash hair, the sister locks, you have to braid and band. Can I leave my hair that way until next wash? Would it hinder locking process? Sorry. Wait, Clarice, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Hold on. Let me process it some more. Okay. When you wash hair, the sister locks. Okay, so when you wash your sister locks, you have to braid and bend. Okay, That's just most of the time. That's just with new locks. Period. Whether you have sister locks, micro locks, you braid and bend to protect the ends from unraveling. You said live, but I think you're trying to say leave. Can I leave my hair that way? Oh, okay, so are you saying, can you leave your hair in the braiding band until the next wash? If you want to, would it hinder the locking process? So if you braid and band to wash your hair, but when's the next time you're gonna wash your hair? Okay, so here's the thing. If you're washing your hair, how often do you wash your hair? Because if you're washing your hair every couple of weeks, keep in mind when you braid and band, especially if you're the type to have frizzy hair, and you have a lot of new growth at the root, if you braid and band and you wash your hair and you leave it like that and did not take it out the braiding and banding, baby, them hairs gonna want to stick together. And when they stick together, when you finally take it apart, the amount of separation you gotta do. If you're shampooing your hair every week, okay, you can leave it in. I'm okay with the week, but longer than a week, it's gonna be too much hair trying to marry together. So I hope that I answered your question. Being said, I've seen the stages of locks, but can you explain what to actually expect for the locking process? Like, I thought the way my hair was interlocked at the establishment was locked, but apparently not. So, no matter how you start your hair, unless you're starting your hair with Insta-Lock, your hair is not locked. You can literally shampoo your hair and some of your locks may unravel. But if you crochet, the Insta-Locking uses the crochet method to lock the hair. So because of that, the crocheting is basically matting the hair. So that's why we call it Insta-Lock, because it's instantly matted. When you interlock, it's not matting the hair. It's just it's like a braid. Interlocking is like a braid. 2-strand twist is like a braid without the third strand. Coils it's like a braid, but just one strand, So when you think about it like that, it's like prepping it, putting it in a position for it to lock in a defined way. So people who let their hair just don't do anything to their hair and just let it lock, like wick locks, now people are getting a more cultivated wick lock, but for the most part, when you just let it be, it's just going to lock however, right? But for people who want a more defined look, they're going to interlock it braided or even 2-strand twisted to get a more defined look. So because you want a more defined look, you're literally telling each strand where to go, that is going to take a minute for it to lock. Because it still has to go through the matting process. Okay. So then that's when it's going to lock. So I hope that helped. Hey, Sonia. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. About to get micro locks, but my loctician doesn't want to two-strand twist my hair because she feels it will come out. She made the decision without even seeing my hair. What? Okay, so that's someone who just, yeah. So you have some locticians who are not a fan of two-strand twists. So is your hair short? Is that why she made the decision? Because she feel like she knows the length and she feel like the length might not lock it. So, but some people just are not a fan of two-strand twists. Some people would not do two-strand twists because they don't feel like they don't feel like it's the best way for you to start your locks. So you might, if you want two-strand twists, you just got to find somebody who's special, who will do it and know what they're doing. And some people, if they don't feel confident in it, they're not going to do it. Lisa said tight curl pattern, but Lisa, I don't even remember the question I asked you. Hey guys, if you're asking a question, put your the curl pattern. You ain't got to know the number because I don't care about the number, but tight or loose, fine or the texture, is it fine or thick? The density, is it high or low? That will help me better answer your question because those are all the things I think about. And it's going to give me the information I need to know to give you the best answer. All right. Dan Yelly. All right. The gray hair is killing me. Girl, you see my grays? You see? Whew. Now, one thing I will say, when you get a fresh retie, you see the grays less. So if you struggle with grays, a fresh retie helps minimize them grays. I don't know what it is about a fresh retie, but they minimize them grays, honey. But still, I feel you. I feel you. I'm 3 months locked, and he still can't color, and want to do something about my gray hair. Can I do a black rinse instead of permanent dye? Okay, Danielle. Talk to your loctician, because I ain't your traditional, I'm not an in-the-box loctician. So when I have my clients who got gray hair and they trying to not deal with gray hair, I tell them to color their hair before they install. And then when they come back for their retie, each retie, we color the roots. But you have to braid and band. I color the roots, then braid and band, wash the color out, and then just kind of take care of their hair and make sure nothing is unraveling before we retie. That's me. That's what I do with some of my clients. Now, if you go to some other loctician that's in the box, I follow rules. I stick to rules and stuff. I follow rules too. Some rules, not all. It gotta make sense. My thing is, but can we do it? Is there a way to do it? Because the reason why we don't color, see, I'm a why person. The reason why we don't color new locks is because it's going to it could potentially unravel, causes the locks to unravel, slip, and you come back with an afro. We don't want that, so we tell you not to color. But for me, that's true. That's why I tell people don't color. But if I have somebody with gray, you're only concerned about the gray at the roots. We're not doing nothing over here. So I'm going to put the gray where I need to put the gray. And when I get ready to shampoo your hair, I twist up here, braid and band, and secure the ends. And I go into town and do what I got to do because I'm not concerned about anything at the root unraveling. And we about to interlock anyway. We about to do the retie. So that's how I think. Like, we don't need to mess with the top. Okay, we don't need to mess with the ends because that's what we're concerned about, the ends unraveling. Now, since you're doing a rinse, it's not going to mess with the your curl pattern. It's not going to do any of that. But when you bleach loosens your curl pattern. So because of that, if you tell me you want to bleach, I'm gonna be like, no. But if you're just doing a rinse, you're doing a black, you're doing, another color, I would do it. But who's gonna do it for you? You got to see if if your loctician is not a colorist, if she's not licensed to color, then if you do it yourself, just put it through and then braid and band. Make sure none slip out, because then your loctician be mad at you. Be like, you got to pay this extra money because you went and listened to this girl on YouTube who told you to color your hair. Now you done loosen. You know what? Go to that girl who told you to color your hair. You don't want her going off on you like that, okay? So I hope I helped you out. Because I know some of y'all locticians be like, you don't listen to who? She done told you what? Oh, okay, well, since you listen to her, go to her, go to her, get your hair done. All right, Val, you got another question for me. How long does it take for your locks to swell? It varies. Your locks are swelling with every shampoo. So the more you wash, the more swelling you're dealing with, right? Because that water is causing the interlocking or the twist or whatever to expand. Every time you wash it, anytime moisture hits the hair, it's causing it to expand. So it depends on your washing routine. It depends on your texture. All of that plays a role in it, okay? So if you don't wash your hair often, don't count on it swelling right away, because some of y'all only wash when it's time for a retie, and that's when I'm washing it. Greetings, everyone. This is Caroline. Hey, Caroline. Hey, Lisa. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Hi, Yessie. I've got bunching to my ends. I'm 7 months interlock. Anything I can do to correct it? I have a couple of bunching videos, several bunching videos, lives and everything. So when y'all get a chance, go watch to help my views, to help me get paid, please. Because your girl taking a lot of days off in November because it's my birthday month. So that means I ain't making that much money. So please go watch my YouTube videos, up my watch time and views and stuff so I can get paid. This is what you do when you get bunching on your ends. If it's soft, just kind of, stretch it out and then take the end and just kind of rotate it to help stretch it. It helps stretch it and elongate it, and you will do that to all of it. And then when you wash it again, braid it down so that part you just stretched out will stay stretched after it dries. Another thing you can do is to crochet the if it's soft, crochet it to help it to compact so it won't be fat, right? But this is your best bet, okay? You can do it and it's free. Okay, you go crochet, you gonna pay, So yeah, don't mind my accents, y'all. Sometimes I just pop out with an accent and I don't know if it be making sense, but that's just me being silly. All right, you're welcome, Wanda. Embry just got an install twist. How can I keep my ends loose? You start off with 2-strand twists. You want to keep your ends curly? I would say don't comb out your ends, please, because you said you just got to install. Y'all in these loose ends. Some of y'all want loose ends, some of y'all don't want loose ends. So if you want to keep it loose, whatever you're going to do to keep it loose, you're going to have to keep doing it. So I tell you, just give up on a losing battle. But braid and band to keep it from bunching, so it keep the ends loose and stuff like that. So braiding and banding is going to help. Now, when your hair gets closer to locking, some people pick out the ends, but I say just leave it alone. Just leave it alone, okay? Rhonda, what you saying? That part, the brand, Sister Locks, yeah. Okay, Shayla, if you comb out the bunch ends, does it affect the drop phase? No. Every time I comb out the bunch ends, I feel like I'm delaying it maturing and dropping. You are delaying the ends from maturing, but you're not delaying the dropping, if that makes sense. And then if you're going to comb out the bunching twisted or braided, okay? So it doesn't bunch again. Gladys, hey Gladys. How do I know the sister lock stage I am in? I'm 4 months locked now. I have 4C hair. In the front is perm damaged. Oh, okay. Well, you're in the new stage. You're in the baby phase because you're 4 months in. If when your hair starts looking like fluffy and you start getting them buds at the end, you're at the budding phase. Right now, especially if your front is damaged, it's not gonna do that damaged part ain't gonna do anything. It's just gonna stay straight. It's not going to bud. It's not going to lock. So what's gonna happen is right here, if all of this is heat damage, it's going to start locking where it's not heat damage. That's where the locking will start. So hope that helps. I'm so glad I caught your live. Yay, I'm glad you caught it too. Girl, you need a school. Well, I have online classes for locticians, but some people they want the branded experience and get disappointed and then still come and take my class. I'm like, why waste y'all money? Why waste y'all money? They don't realize I'm a whole brand, baby. I be giving them all the knowledge. But folks want the brand. Okay. You said, do you get holes in twisted starter locks? Do you get holes in twisted starter locks? Yes, and that's normal because your twist is just two-strand twist, right? So once you wash it, sometimes the twist will loosen up a little bit and you will get holes. Now, it shouldn't be holes in the part that's interlocked. And if you do get holes, you can always close it with interlocking. But you do get holes and that's normal. And it's going to close back up because it's twisted. And anytime that point feels weak, interlock it. Ooh, somebody said I'm beautiful. Thank you, Sonia. My hair is 6 inches long. Okay, Sonia, I don't know if I asked you a question. Did I ask you a question? I said, how long is your hair? Oh, okay. Was that the person who didn't want to two-strand twist your hair and they didn't even see it? Yeah, 6 inches, that's plenty to two-strand twist. That's more than enough, honey. And that'd be the best length. Oh, I love that length. Whew. Child, if you want to fly down to Georgia, I would two-strand twist your 6-inch hair, honey. Tag team be done in 4 hours. Girl, yes. These folks, people be missing out. I love doing two-strand twists. Okay, I'm not Mrs. Street. I'm not even try to pronounce your name. Miss Street. Hey, hon, I am almost 17 months locked and have alopecia in my crown. But when I say this journey is for me, it is. I believe you. My crown is doing its thing, and when I get my reties, my girl be like, Mrs. T, you see this? Mm-hmm. Yep. Lehman, thank you for answering the reattachment question. Would the attached locks be prone to fall off or would they be secure? Good question. It depends on the technique of your loctician. So she has to crochet. And she has to know, I hope she knows how to crochet. Because if she doesn't know how to crochet, whatever other method she uses might not be secure. Now, people use thread and be trying to secure with thread. That's old school. Don't let nobody put no thread in your hair. One of my kids running in here to come ask me a question. I hear a footstep. Dum, 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 dum. What do you want? Okay. Here. Thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, YG. Hi, Pauline. I listen to your videos all the time. Thank you, girl. I have sister locks. Back of my hair is bunching. How do I fix it? I have a locking tool and want to unravel the bottom of the interlock up. should I try? Trying to understand your question. So if you have an interlocking tool, you have bunching. What are you interlocking with the bunching? Oh, so you want to unravel the bunching and well, if the bunching is at the end, so if you comb out the bunching, pick it out and unravel it, you could interlock it if you know what you're doing. You could, or you can braid it and twist it and move on. You could certainly try if you know how to do it. Okay, Christine, I pulled mines out. I can't stand them at all. I feel you. I be pulling mine too, so I ain't gonna even get on you. Rhonda White, teach please. Yes, indeed. Okay, Christine. I lifted my hair prior to starting naturally. No heat, sat in the sun. Okay, so no heat, you sat in the sun, then I locked it. It was perfect. Waited a year, then added my red mix rinse to it. Okay. She went old school, sitting in the sun. Girl, I don't like the sun like that to be sitting and burning like that. Ooh, child. Okay. Blessed Queen, that's what I do. That's what I do. Watch your videos. Thank you for making them very informative. You're very welcome. Yeah, please watch my videos. Sonia, hey, how often do you oil your locks after color? Okay. Yeah, when yeah, my routine, listen, I got locks, so I would not be a slave to my hair, okay? I wash my hair, I shampoo, so when I shampoo my hair, condition my hair, wash it out, towel dry, I spray a leave-in all over my hair, and I make sure I get hold them locks and make sure I saturate it real well with the leave-in. I oil my scalp, spray a smooth and shine, and I'm done until I wash it again. I wash my hair during the summertime every week, wintertime, fall time every 2 weeks. So that's all I do with my hair, and my hair ain't falling out. So you just got to know your hair. And you got to make sure you're not, some of y'all be doing too much to the hair, okay? So if you feel like it's feeling dry, you can spray leave-in on your hair. But if you know you're going to be spraying leave-in throughout the week on your hair, shampoo, condition, spray the leave-in, oil your scalp. Do not put the smooth and shine, because the smooth and shine is going to seal that moisture in. And if you go back in with a leave-in conditioner, it ain't gonna break through the oil, right? So no need to, because you're wasting leave-in at this point. So if you know you're gonna be spraying your hair a couple of times throughout the week because you feel like it's dry, especially wintertime is coming. I know wintertime is coming, and that dryness be getting us. Don't put the smooth and shine, just leave it with the leave-in, and then spray the leave-in a couple of times throughout the week. All right, Christine. Christine asking all the questions. She's like, I'm gonna get my time in. Y'all go and support me by my start a lot guide. It has a lot of beneficial stuff in there too. It's just $47. It's less than a consultation. Just $47. That's all. Just $47. Oh, and if you create content, you journey your locks on social media. If you're a loctician and you don't know what to post on social media, I just dropped a content creation calendar. It's only $9.99. That's all. Just $9.99. So go support me, please. And if you can't support me financially, just keep watching my videos so YouTube can pay me the bucks, okay? I appreciate y'all. Your girl need them coins, especially November and December. How often okay, I answered that one already. Okay, Christine said, I want to take a class just on retying and repairing. I don't want to start locks, but there is a need for knowledge, people to repair and retie. So I do have a self retie class. So if you're looking to learn how to maintain your own retie, do some repairs, understand the issues that's going on in your hair, understand hair care. My self retightening class goes over all of that. Hair care, how to retie. It shows you the different patterns. Um, it shows you the different locking patterns. It shows, I don't know, is Sophie in my live so I can have her drop links. Um, let me let her, because I'm afraid to drop any links and they kick me out, and I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna do if it kicks me out. So, ooh, let me charge this phone. So 1 second. Okay. So the yeah, so the self retie talks about all of that. It talks about how to deal with knots and holes, slippage. It talks about all of that. Because I wanted to make sure if someone decide they want to do their own hair, I wanted you to know how to care for it, how to maintain it, and if you have any issues, how to repair it, and what to look for, and even how to do it without looking. Y'all be thinking y'all need to be in 10 mirrors doing this, doing that. Listen, you could be back here and working. But y'all can't be waiting for a year and then talking about, let me go do my self retie. Child, you gonna be in trouble trying to do a self retie after a year with no retie. Okay, stay on schedule. All right. So, Christina, I hope that answered your question. Thank you, and happy birthday for next month. Thank you. So, y'all, next month, if y'all don't know me yet, if you don't know me yet, let me reintroduce myself. Okay, my name is Pauline Walker, and my birthday is coming up in November. And for those who don't know me, I'm a giver. I'm a giver at heart. Okay, I'm a giver. So, my birthday, I'm gonna be dropping all types of gems, all types of, like, y'all gonna see me if y'all follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna be live every day on Instagram. I'm gonna be hooking y'all up because who baby, I don't know how to act during my birthday month. Okay, someone said they hate their loose ends, braided, two strand twisted. Okay, if they didn't lock it all the way. Some of the lock groups will have your head. Yeah, I'm sure. Some of your lock groups will have been watching your channel over 2 years, and I decided then I wanted to lock up. Okay. And everything you said has been true. Glad it's been helpful. I try to I try to help people because you can't just, go off of one thing. That's why I tell people there's always a way. If you conceive that thought, there's a way of accomplishing it. So when my people be telling me, girl, I want to color my hair, I'm like, let's see how we're gonna make this happen. Okay, I experienced postpartum shedding earlier this year. Oh, girl, I already know. I have new strands growing all outside of my locks, and they seem like they do not want to join, stay in the lock. Suggestion. You're gonna have to give it some time. You said a year, right? This was earlier this year. So if it's earlier this year, you're probably talking about spring, then yeah, you're still in the middle of it. So right now, I would just say keep up with your retinings. That hair is trying to come back in. And sometimes when the hair comes back, the texture isn't always going to be the same. So after a full year, you will truly see what you're working with after a full year. So if you're talking about in the beginning of the year in March, after March, because you're probably going to still be experiencing stuff. Because with postpartum shedding, it hits you hard between that 3 and 9 months after you had the baby. After you've had the baby, 3 to 9 months, it hits you real hard. Like some people lose locks, some people hair don't even grow back. So it changes the texture, it changes the density, it changes a lot. Okay. So, but once you go over that year hump, it's starting to go back to normal, and it's just gonna do better. So if you're having hair that's coming outside of the lock, um it's your texture might have changed slightly, and so if your loctician is pulling it in and locking it in and it's still coming out, I would say after the year pull it in, pull it in for the retightening, and then interlock, not interlock, crochet the loose hairs that's around the lock, crochet to pull it inside of the lock, inside of the lock. Hope that makes sense. All right. Christine, what you can't this okay, YG. I'm at 1 year and have a lot of gray, but my loctician will not let me rinse my hair. I have like 6 inches of new growth. Can I rinse my hair even though I have so much to cover? As long the ends are secure, I let my clients color their hair. As long as we can secure them ends, I let my clients color their hair. Now, since your loctician said no, what you do between you and your loctician, that's on you. I'm not trying to come between y'all relationship, okay? I'm not going to come between y'all relationship. And then they come on social media and be like, you told my client. Now, most locticians, they don't do that. Okay. Locks is a lifestyle, not a hairstyle. We need to learn to accept what our hair naturally does. Shayla said, okay, last question for me. All right, love. Why, oh, why does the front shrink and bunch so much and the back is longer and hanging? The unevenness is frustrating. Shayla, what's going on? Like, why is your front shrinking and bunching more than the back? Usually the back be doing its thing. We all know we have different textures throughout our head. If your front is bunching, do you have a looser? You probably have a looser curl pattern in the front, and the back is tighter. So the back is going to lock through its thing, right? But the front, a looser texture, especially if you have heat damage. Here's the thing, guys. So this is why some folks experience bunching. You know how if you're a loose natural, so you remember when you had a relaxer, right? And then from a relaxer, you decide to go natural, but you didn't cut the relaxer off. You just went natural. Now, when you go to comb your hair, you see how it'd be smooth when you put that comb through. And then when it gets between where the straight and the natural intersect, it's hard. It's hard to work with. You're like, Same thing with locks. When you lock your hair and you have your natural curl pattern and the damaged part, the natural hair, because we have shrinkage, that hair is trying to lock and compact. And so sometimes with it shrinking, this is the root to think of this area is your scalp, right? And this is the tip that's pulling, that has the straight part. When it's trying to lock, it's shrinking down, right? So what do you think it's doing? It's pulling the strands. As it's trying to shrink, it's pulling the strands of the straight hair. The straight hair can't shrink because you've killed the elasticity in the hair, in that straight part. There's no elasticity in it, right? So because it's pulling, it just collapses versus just compacting and shrinking. It collapses. So therefore it creates a bunching. It creates a fat end. So with straight hair, that's what I'll be telling folks. If you got heat damage, straight hair, cut that thing off. If you don't want to be frustrated, cut it off. Cut it off and start with your natural hair. It's so much easier. But then again, some people have that straighter hair even without the heat damage or anything like that. It happens with just your hair is straight. So I hope that makes sense. But the fact that your front doing all of that stuff, I'm only thinking is just straighter. Okay, so being said, I love my loose ends, LOL, but my loctician said today to leave them be. Yes, let them be. Let them be. Now, the only time I tell folks, if you don't want bunching, just Every time you shampoo your hair, braid it, let it dry. Once it's dry, then you can take it out to avoid any bunching later on. That's if you have a lot of loose ends. I'm not talking about, when I'm talking about loose ends, I'm not talking about a half an inch or an inch. For those who got like 3 inches, y'all better do something with that because it ain't gonna lock pretty if it starts bunching. Okay, thank you for all the good advice you provide to us. Quick question: how do I fix a knot in your lock that was done by mistake while self-retaining, while self-interlocking? I talked about that already, so hopefully you got it. I'm catching up on comments, so I'm sure I've answered questions after you guys have put the questions in. Thank you so much. Love your personality, by the way. Thank you. All the way from Amsterdam. Hey, Miss M, Amsterdam. Okay, girl. Lisa, we appreciate you taking the time to answer our questions. Many blessings to you and your family. Thank you, love. Thank you. Sonia said, yes, I definitely want two-strand twists and always did. The problem is I have already paid my non-refundable deposit. How you did all of that and y'all hadn't had a consultation? She hadn't seen your hair. I guess I allowed the loctician to take me into not. You said she didn't see your hair, so y'all didn't have a consultation, virtual or in person? Girl, y'all, don't be paying deposits without somebody seeing your hair. Because what if she decides she don't want to do it? So you asking for this service and she's saying no, then what happens? So do you say, well, this is what I want? Either you deliver, give me my money back. I mean, what do y'all do? Like, y'all, listen, I don't like playing with nobody and their money because I understand how hard it is to work for your money. And then they have some, ooh, child. I don't take deposits unless you book a date confirmed and I've seen everything and we good to go. Everything has been explained and you understand? I understand. Okay, let's go. Love when you give us the tips and answer questions. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. Thank you. Sorry for the confusion. Glad you figured it out. Yeah, listen. I'm in the business of figuring things out. That's what I do, baby. If I got to read it piece by piece by piece to make it work, I'm going to do it. Can you correct the vibrating? Can you correct the vibrating unraveled ends? It's so, will it look neat? Or is it reversible? Or is it reversing the maturation process? Colored, fine, loose curl pattern, almost straight hair. Oh, Liv, I don't understand the question. Okay, can you correct the braiding unraveling ends? If so, will it look neat? Can you correct? Oh, can you correct the unraveling ends by braiding them? If so, will it look neat? Is that the question? Or is it reversing the maturing process? So if you have unraveling ends and you want to correct it by braiding it, it won't affect anything. It won't change anything. If anything, it's going to reduce the unraveling. It's going to prevent bunching and it's going to prevent shrinkage. So I hope I'm answering that. I read that good. Okay. Christine again, LOL. Yes, I did go old school. I did want my hair on the floor. I feel you. I feel you, girl. Sitting in that sun. Rhonda, I'm going to like and comment on all your videos and share. Have a happy birthday. Thank you. Yes, like, comment, share. I have a semi-tight curl pattern and want to do my retie myself. Can I use 2-point rotation? I think that will be easier for me, but don't know the pros and cons. Please help. Okay, so you said you have a semi-tight curl pattern and you want to use the 2 pattern. You'll be fine. The only thing is the 2 pattern is going to give you like so just think of it's going to give you like a crinkly look. Like it kind of rolls, almost like rolls over itself. So think about, when you pull out a strand of your hair, And that strand is like coily, them little curls, curly cues. That's what the two pattern does to the hair. So if you don't mind that look, you're fine. And you said you have a tight curl pattern, yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, so guys, if you need my starter lock guide. The starter lock guide is for people who have started their locks. You've been locked a year or less. The starter lock guide is beneficial for you. But if you've been locked 2 years, 3 years, and you still feel like you're in a new stage because your hair acting up, the starter lock guide will be good for you as well. So go grab you one, only $47. Go grab you one. If you need my content creation calendar, all the links are below, guys. All right, Mary. Hey, Mary. Hello from Mobile, Alabama. I had a client who would drive all the way from Mobile, Alabama to come get her reties. Then she decided to combine some of her locks. She's like, girl, I got too many locks. She did. I did her locks small. I ain't going to even lie. But it was cute, though. And she had high density. It was cute. So, okay, sorry, Mary, I got distracted so quick. So happy to see and hear from you again. Yes, okay. If you need my self-retile course, the link is listed below. All right, Rachel said, hi, Pauline, thanks for your video. I'm 17 months locked and I've started swimming. Started swimming 3 times a week. How do I stop my hair from getting wet? And how do I maintain it? You could put on I don't know how effective this is now, but them swimming caps, they got lock ones now. They got ones for locks and natural hair. You can try that. So I had a client when she had some long hair. So every time she swam a lot too. So she would tie her hair and then put the thing on. So she would get a little bit of water on the hairline, but she said overall her hair was not getting wet. But if you don't put anything over it, braid your hair down. Do like if your hair is long enough to get into two French braids, braid your hair down, secure them ends with a rubber band, and go swimming. Go swimming. Because as long as it's braided, it's not going to unravel. Okay? So just go swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Y'all remember Finding Nemo? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. What was that girl name with the purple? Was she purple? Was the fish purple? I can't remember her name. Okay. Hey, Rachel from the UK. Okay. Does the self-retire course teach how to fix holes, slippage, or do you need the full course? Nope. The self-retire teaches all of that. It teaches you how to fix slippage. It teaches you how to fix holes. It teaches you how to fix knots and how to prevent them. It teaches you if you're using certain type of hooks, if you get stuck, if you start to join, how to not join, how to... Listen, I got y'all covered, okay? I got y'all covered with all the good, okay? It teaches you how to lock with the 2 pattern, the 4. It teaches you everything. And then if you want to learn how to do locks you want to learn, become a loctician and do locks, the link is there too. It's the Complete Lock Course Plus membership. And the membership is you spend 6 months with me because you're not just going to take the course and be like, okay, I think I got it. No, you spend 6 months with me where we talking on Zoom. You see how we doing like this? We go even in detail, and I keep my mannequins close by, child. I be snatching them mannequins and be like, let's go over this. So people be feeling like they can't learn online. They need in person. Baby, that's all you need right here, okay? And I will be having in-person events and stuff. So I have an event coming up in April. Y'all, when I tell you I'm so excited. I'm going to tell y'all more details, as I get all the details and stuff. But listen, I got y'all. Stick with me and you never go hungry again. What show is that? What movie is that? Yeah, my mom be going to all these movies. Lion King when the uncle done killed the father, and then he telling his people, "Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again." I think that's what it was. I don't know, y'all. Okay, all right, Victorious. Just call me Shay. I am 28 months locked, and the frizz has recently been out of control. Any suggestions? My loctician says it's out of control as well. Ooh, child. Do you have a loose curl pattern, Shay? Because if you have a loose curl pattern, so if you have a loose curl pattern, baby, and you're 28 months, if you have a loose curl pattern, you're probably not 100% locked yet. As your hair becomes more and more locked, the frizziness will reduce some. But if you are completely locked, and it's still frizzy, every time you shampoo your hair, braid it, put your product, spray, do all that stuff and braid it and let it dry that way. Braiding it and different things like that is going to help minimize the frizz when you wear it out. But other than that, baby, like them locticians' favorite word, that's just your hair. It did make a lot of sense. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. I will try in the new year. Okay. Shay says, yeah, yep, my front is looser and probably a bit of damage. Okay. All right, guys. It looks like I'm answering all y'all questions. Thank you for posting. So, Christine said, thank you for posting links. You're so welcome. So the content calendar. So I've just had a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm a new loctician, and I don't know how to create content. I don't know what to do." So the content calendar is 1 month of what you should post. I literally tell you every single day what to post. I give you some rest days now because I'm not going to work you to the ground. So I give you some days to rest, days to create, and the rest of the days to post. Okay. So you're going to be posting daily, except from the weekend. So every day I tell you exactly what to do and to post it. So if you are a loctician and you want to know what to post, it's there. If you start your locks or you're in your lock journey and you want to show off your locks and do all that stuff on social media and become an influencer and do some other stuff, I tell you what to post to kind of help you with that as well, to show it off. So that's what the content calendar is for. And if you're a loctician, after doing the content calendar and you decide, you know what, Pauline, I need more, I need some videos, I need some stuff. I ain't no expert when it comes to content creation now. But if you need the basic stuff, like here's how you add the text, here's how you make the text jump around, here's how you do this picture, here's how you do the music. If you need that, I got you. But if you need, like, you know how them people be on social media, they be like, whoop, shirt change color, whoop, shirt change color. I can't do none of that. I can't help y'all with that. So what is it, baby girl? Oh, you want something to drink? Child. I got orange juice. You got orange juice, and you want me to give you some orange juice. Okay. It's so heavy. It's so heavy. Okay. We got a new one. You got a new one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Here you go. Thank you. You're welcome. Walk carefully. Don't drop it on my floor now. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So someone said something about bunching. Okay. Girl, bunching was a new hairstyle for my locks for the first year. Bush in the back. Oh, girl. Rhonda. New hairstyle. You know what? We are going to say, oh, you got a new hairstyle. I love it. Okay. Kalia, I have a good amount of gray hair. I just got my sister lock established a week ago. I noticed the gray strands coming out of the locks. Is this going to be a problem later? Yes, them gray strands will always be coming out. They don't stay. Most of my strands that's out of my locks are the grays. They disrespectful. I'm just gonna tell you right now, they're disrespectful. They don't stay in the lock. Like most of it will stay, but then the tip will be like, I'm doing my own thing and just want to go out the lock. So it's not gonna change. It's not. But don't comb your locks out for that. Y'all be quick to comb your locks out for don't touch your hair. Just let it be, okay? Just let it be. Unraveling ends. Okay. Marshall. Okay, I'm coming on late. You probably already answered this, but I was wondering why some of my sister locks are thin in the middle of my locks. Oh, like in the middle of the lock strand, like right here, like in the middle, you have some thinness, so it's like thick and then thin and thick. Okay, so if that's what you're talking about, I don't know. Marshall, if that's what you're talking about. So here's what could happen. I actually had a client today. She's dealing with postpartum shedding, right? But the hair started coming back. So if you see some thinning in the middle of your lock, it could be a couple of things. It could be you had postpartum shedding and now your baby is 2 and so or 1 and then your new growth is about here. All this is new growth and over here is when the thinning happened, right? So that's with the postpartum shedding. It could also happen. I have another client who had inflammation in the scalp. And so her hair started thinning with the inflammation. So I told her, she thought it was, oh, maybe I'm just experiencing alopecia. I'm like, no, don't just claim it. Go to a dermatologist and figure out. So the dermatologist told her it was inflammation in the scalp. So she gave her something to take internally and gave her something to put on her head. 3 months later, her hair started coming in. The thickness, so it wasn't as fine. So the thickness started coming in. So now this part is thick, it's thin where she was experiencing the inflammation, and the rest of the lock is normal. So it could be a number of things. It could be medical issues. If you had any weight loss surgery, that causes your hair to thin out and then it comes back. So it could be a lot of stuff, but it all goes back to something going on internally, hormonally, or whatever, and it's going to cause that. And then when it corrects itself, then your hair starts growing back thicker. Then you have the thinness in the middle of the lock. Then it shows the thinness. So I hope that answered your question. The taste of life. Hey, girl, should I trim the permed ends of my locks? How long have you been locked? How long have you been locked? If you are newly locked, I would say wait. If your locks are mature, then yes, you can go ahead and trim it. Mature mean locked, okay? Hi, Dory. The taste of life. She said, can you see me? Please answer my question. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to answer. So if you don't see me answering your question yet, it's because I haven't gotten to it. The taste of life. Girl, how many times you going to say, please answer my question? I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Yes, I'm going in order. Yes, I am going in order. Okay. Who is she answering now? Ooh, taste of life. Girl, you just want that information right now, huh? Okay. Is it a loose curl? Oh, it's a loose curl pattern, the taste of life. She's on TikTok as well. She'll get to you. Rhonda said, girl, but she getting to you. Feely girl. Okay, I am 24 months locked. I'm 24 months on Monday and have fine, beautiful, fine. I love it. Do I have to cover my hair while taking a bath? Is dry. It's dry at the moment. Thank you. If you're 24 months locked and your ends are secure, you ain't got to cover it. You ain't got to band it. You ain't got to do none of that. You don't have to cover it up. The steam will help it too. So as long your ends are locked, okay? Because you don't want to hop in that shower talking about, Miss Pauline said I can not do all of that. And then you get slippage and you go to your loctician and, I'm not trying to come in between your relationship, okay? Is the content calendar a template? It's just a calendar. It's just a calendar that writes out exactly what you have to do, okay? Okay, back to Rhonda. My mother and grandmother. Why are my comments jumping? Stop it. Rhonda, you silly. Rhonda said, my mother and grandmother said white hair never wanted to mix with black hair. You guys are hilarious. Effie, you're right. Grays be doing the most. They stand out, and I look at look at the dark hair like, cover him up, do something. The dark hair, you're on your own with that, okay? Listen, I be looking at these white strands like you just trying to embarrass somebody, huh? You just can't do right. You know how you just want people to act right in front of company? They don't even act right. They ain't even trying to put on a show for company, okay? Hey Carrie, I'm on you right now. It says, love your videos, Pauline. Thank you. I'm 3 years sister lock, 4C, high density hair. Recently stopped braiding and banding and now noticed bunching and slightly fat ends. When can I stop braiding and banding? You said you 3 years. 3 years, sister locks, 4C? Girl, you should be lock. 3 years? Do you have color? Did you color your hair or something? Bleached? Because I don't understand why you 3 years sister locks, 4C, high density at that. And you stop, girl, and started to notice slightly fat ends. Something ain't mathing. Carrie, this ain't mathing, okay? This ain't mathing. Some happened. Something's going on. All right, the taste of life. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Sorry if I disturbed. No problem. You good. You good, taste of life. You good. You didn't know I was going in order. Okay, last question. I want to try pipe cleaners. My loctician wants me to use rubber rods similar to the fuzzy pipe cleaners. Okay. It is not a flexi rod. Do you know the proper name of this product? Can't find it. It is called I know exactly what you're talking about. It's black. It looks just like the it's rubber, it's plastic. It looks just like the fuzzy sticks, but it's not fuzzy. I can picture it. It's in a yellow package and it has the click. What the name of the I'm gonna have to dang it. Now this is gonna be on my head until I figure it out. But I know exactly what you're talking about, YG. Give me a minute. It might come to me. Can somebody, does anyone know? Y'all know, do y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm 2 years, 5 months in sister locks, and I'm still braiding and banding. My LOL, my hair ain't ready for freestyle shampooing. Yeah, if your hair ain't ready, don't be freestyling if it's not ready. Okay, Feely says, you are truly beautiful inside and out. We appreciate all you do. Oh, thank you. I only use aloe vera juice and water in my spray bottle. Is that okay? That's all I use. Aloe vera juice and water. Yeah, you good, Marshall. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's perfect. Mary, Miss Pauline, I'm about 3 weeks into my microlock journey, and I'm experiencing a lot of frizziness. Baby, you just getting started. Shrinkage, is that a part of the process? Yes, baby girl. So to maintain to reduce the shrinkage, when you shampoo your hair, keep it braided and banded until it's dry. Once it's dry, you can take it down. Other than that, just let it be. Because that shrinkage is real. You can also do protective styles to help with that. FYI to the chat, Pauline's hair oil are great. Oh, thank you, YG. They are lightweight on the hair. A must try. Thank you, love. Yes, I listen, when I created them products, I said, you know what? We want our hair to feel a certain way. We want to be able to put certain things in it without doing too much. But you also don't want buildup. You don't want residue. So, baby, I had all y'all hair in mind. Okay. All right. It looks like I've gotten to the bottom. I made it. Any other questions before I hopped off? I think you guys are good. I answered tons of questions. I got y'all edges straight. um, the product oils have been added. If you want to check out my product oils, Danielle says she's 5 months micro lock. Nikki said, I agree about Pauline's product. Thank you, Nikki. What's up says hello in chat. Pete, I'm waiting on new styles from you. You know what? I'm coming with some styles. I'm coming with some styles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're braiding and bending, is it slowing down? Okay, I'm thinking you're saying is if it's slowing down the process. If you're braiding and bending your hair to shampoo it, no, it's not slowing down the locking process. If you put your hair in a protective style, as long as you're not leaving that protective style in until your next retie, you should be good. Because some of y'all get these protective styles. Yeah, you go to the loctician, they retie your hair, you get the protective style, and y'all come back for y'all 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks retie with that same style in there. When is the hair gonna breathe? You got to let it breathe. Rachel said, "Thank you. You're a star. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Very informative. You're welcome, love." Danielle, experiencing swelling of the lock, is that to be expected? Absolutely. When you first get locked, it's skinny. Them strands are skinny, especially if you interlock. If you interlock for maintenance, them strands, not maintenance to start, them strands are skinny, and it's going to the whatever you started with is going to double in size when it locks. So it's going to gradually swell to get to that. I got you, Em. I got you. I figured it was the locking process. Okay, Nikki said, will there be a Black Friday sale? Absolutely. Let me tell y'all, I'm going to be having every day in November is going to be something. So I would encourage you, I'm going to try to post it on YouTube, but I would encourage you, if you're not subscribed to my Instagram channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to also try to post it on YouTube too, okay? I'm going to try to do it on all my social medias, but you know. Every single day for the month of November, I'm going to be dropping something. You don't know what it's going to be. So that's why you got to stay connected. You got to stay in the loop because, baby, I'm going to be dropping stuff like every day. It's going to be something, okay? And you don't know what it's going to be. So just stay connected. And whatever I drop is going to only be available for 24 hours. So if it's a sale, that sale will only be available 24 hours. And don't come to me talking about, Miss Pauline, I didn't get the sale. And can you help a sister out? No. I'm just messing with y'all. But yes, every day I'm going to be doing something. One of the things that I'm really excited about, I'm going to be adding a lunch and learn for people who are considering locks, who want to, whether you're considering or you're doing it, but you need help, I'm going to be adding that. So I'm going to do it a couple of times before the year ends. So if you want to meet with me in person, like those lunch and learns gonna be popping. Because I want to spend more time. I want to find ways to give back to the community, to bring support. Because so many people out there struggling, don't know how to do stuff. They want to become a better loctician or they want to get started, but don't have the support that they need. Listen, I'll be watching. I'll be looking at stuff. And I'm like, we're going to get this. Wrap-A-Lock. Thank you, Marcia. Wrap-A-Lock tool. That's what it is. Wrap-A-Lock. So I can't remember who asked for it. The Wrap-A-Lock tool is a tool that looks like pipe cleaner stick, fuzzy stick. The Wrap-A-Lock tool. Thank you, Marcia. Whoo, child. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, so I answered Nikki's question. Sonia said, thank you, Pauline. You're a true professional. I live in England. Oh, Sonia, is England one of the places I want to visit? No, I was in Italy last month. I enjoyed Italy so much. Should I drop a YouTube video about my Italy trip? I don't be thinking y'all be wanting to see stuff like that. But if y'all want to see a lifestyle Italy trip, I'll post it. I recorded a whole bunch, because everything is content. Let me know if y'all would be interested to see. Because when I be posting stuff like that, they don't be getting a lot of views. And I just thought y'all ain't interested in my life. So I don't be posting. Lisa said, thank you for sharing your knowledge. You're welcome. Can I get a consultation? Right now, I'm doing consultations virtually. So, because I have room for that, but I don't have room for in-person consultation. So if you need a consultation, a link will be dropped for you to schedule a consultation. Thank you so much. You're a pro. You're welcome, M. Kalia said, is your retie course for sister locks? My consultant suggested I do the sister lock course, but I want to take yours. Is there a difference? So it's sister locks, micro locks. It's all in. If you interlock for maintenance, this class is for you. It's not, I don't do palm roll. I don't do any crocheting in that class. So it's only for people who so if you interlock for maintenance, it will work for you. And as far if you're a sister lock person and you want to know, just ask your loctician what pattern you do. So when you go watch the video, you know what pattern to pay attention to. Okay, so Lisa said, yes, thank you. Sign me up. Yes, girl, I want to see. Can we use your consultation for lock therapy? So the consultation I have, people schedule it whether they have. So if you want to start your lock journey, the consultation is for that. If you have locks, but you want to what's the word I'm looking for? You want to get information about your locks. You want me to look at it. You want me to give you advice. You could do that. If you just want to schedule a consultation just to talk with me one-on-one, that's fine too. I'm here. Okay, I think I got all the questions. Y'all good? Okay. Okay, I think I got all you guys set. We're about to end at this 2-hour mark. Okay. Happy Friday. Enjoy y'all weekend. Follow me on Instagram. If you're not subscribed to YouTube, subscribe because, like I said, November gonna be fire, okay? And I might even extend it to December because it's about to be fire, 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 fire. Y'all remember that P. Diddy video where he had the people would bring on like groups of people and they work together to sing and stuff like that. And this one guy was like, hot like fire. Was it from that? Yeah, I'll be thinking about old stuff. Okay. What will be the effect if you switch from a 3 to a 4-point? A 4-point is more solid. It's more, what's the word I'm looking for? More uniform. Whereas the 3, when you switch, is going to look like it has more of a bend to it. If that makes sense. It's not a huge difference, guys. It's really not. So if you switch, it ain't going to be nothing. Because I have clients where they start with a 4, but if they're going through something, their hair start thinning, I switch to a 3. The thinning stop and the thickness come back, I switch to a 4. So it's not a huge deal. Oh, Marcia said, yes, you want to see the trip. Okay. I went to Rome, Italy, and Venice. So I'll drop a little video. Okay, I think I got all y'all questions. I'm about to end. You guys have any last minute questions before I pop off? All right. Well, I love you guys. Have a great day. Take care of your locks. Love your locks. Love up on your loctician. Let them know you appreciate them. But when do you do the 2? Why would you? Oh, when would you do a 2 pattern? Okay, so 4 pattern is the tightest pattern, right? It's a tighter pattern. And it's going to look more like a braid. The 3 pattern has a little bend to it. It's still a braid, but it's like a braid and you messed up. You know how have you I started off as a braider, so that's the best way I can put it. But you know, when you braid somebody's hair and one side turns more than the other, so the braid kind of the other one strand kind of overlap. So that's what the three pattern looks like. People use the three pattern when they have fine hair and it's supposed to give you a little bit more volume. The two pattern has more of a dip, looks more like a coil. The two pattern will give you more of a coil, which will give you more, it's supposed to give you more volume. People typically do the two pattern when they self retie because it's easier, because you just do two, four, I mean, not two, 9, 12, 9, 12, 9, 12. It's easier for them. They ain't got to think, where did I last stop, and so forth. Okay. All right, so I hope that answers y'all question. My in-laws are in town. We're about to go celebrate my mother-in-law's birthday. So I gotta go now. I'll see y'all later. Kids are happy to see the in-laws. All right, so yep, they got keys. They can come in. I was starting out with a 3, and my new loctician has me at a 4, and I love it. Yeah, so sometimes they'll switch to a 4, especially if you're having a lot of slippage. I don't care what your curl pattern is, I'm doing a 4. If you're having a lot of slippage. Hey, you're good. You can come on in. If you're having a 4, if sometimes if you're having a lot of frizz, sometimes they'll switch to a 4. So it could be many reasons why they would need to switch. But at the end of the day, all those patterns mat and lock. Okay, that's all that matters. It mats and it locks. Okay, so don't get too caught up. Now I wouldn't keep 4, 2, 4, 2, because then you're gonna see some inconsistencies. It's not gonna look uniform, right? If you just keep bouncing around. Pick something, stick with it, and only change the rotation when there's something different that you need to do to achieve some other, to get something else. I am leaving. So, okay, guys, this was such a great live. Like I said, I'm going to try to go live more often. But it was awesome talking to you guys. Have a great one. I love you guys and enjoy your journey, okay? All right. Bye.